coral here, and it will likely be the next to sell out if you have ever wanted a fun fashion color on something that you know you're gonna be using day in and day out. These are the LivePure Rechargeable Bladeless fans, and we have 4 colors: the coral, the black, the gray, and the white. And I wanna say, I have one of these in my living room. And last night, Vonabelle, I had a moment with these fans where my daughter was talking to me and she was performing her song, and she started backing up and she started backing up, and she backed into the LivePure fan, and guess what happened? Nothing. Nothing happened. She was totally fine because there's no blades. There's no blades for the children. There's no blades for the dogs, for the cats, for your hair, for anything else to have to clean, to spread the dust around. This is what you've been waiting for. And when it does get hot outside, we just pick it up and we carry it outside because it weighs next to nothing, and you're going to get that air circulation, that flow, and all of that cool breeze wherever it is that you want to go. Plus, it's super easy to use, and there's fun lights if you want to use those as well. We have Vonabelle Sherman here with us today. It was a really interesting feeling because in my brain I felt, Vonabelle, the fan, like she's gonna get hurt by hitting the fan. Yeah. And then I realized, oh, never mind. Technology is so much better.
Yes, because it's a nice big base and it's not a tippy dinosaur where it's top heavy. This is just a nice, about the size of a dinner plate, so wherever you're putting it, it doesn't take up a lot of room. You can really see that power, can't you? Okay, so what makes this different is, you notice I walked in with this. Why? Because this fan is rechargeable and it is cordless. So that means that you can charge it in 2 hours and then take it wherever you're going on the day. So if you are taking your elementary school kids to school and then you're taking the toddlers to the park, you can bring this with you. It is rated to use outdoors, not in the rain, but of course anything else. And then you're going to get up to 19 hours of power.
Wow.
Now the 19 depends on, are you using the rotation? Are you using your lights? Are you using just the fan? That's the variables. But when you think about having 19 hours of portable breeze, if you love going to the beach, but you get really sweaty, if you're in a backyard party and you need a breeze, that's a great way to get it. Also in rechargeable. So what's in here is a lithium-ion battery. So you recharge that, and that's what makes us be able to take it anywhere you're going. So I call it kind of my fan purse because you can take it with you. I'm gonna come around my little ribbons here. So here, look. You can take this anywhere you're going. Bobby was the first person to call it our fan purse because charge it and take it anywhere you're going. Do you have a grill master in your house and they're, you know, doing the steaks and the chicken and the burgers and then they're getting hot? You can place this right next to them and get that cool breeze. Do you like to work in the garage, but your outlet's 20 feet away, so now you need a big cord? You don't have to do that. This is cordless rechargeable, so you can take it wherever you're going. You can take it to the beach. You can set them out by the pool. Now, I have a picture of baby Haley. Maybe we can get that. This is a true story. I was having a birthday party for my grandson, Josiah, and a lot of people came. I didn't know we were having an infant. And baby Haley came to the party, and it started to get really hot. So I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? So I ran to the house, I got the LivePure fan. Thank God I had charged it, put it in front of baby Haley, and that breeze made her so comfortable. And the mom came to me and said, thank you, you're my hero. And then other people were gathered around shoulder to shoulder, and they were all looking and said, what is that? I said, it's a fan. They said, yeah, but where's the cord? I said, it's rechargeable. And pretty soon everybody wanted a rechargeable fan as well. So whatever you're doing, if it's going to the parks, if it's going to special events, if your kids are in sports and you are sitting on those bleachers, you can take this fan with you. Now when you're sitting on the bleacher, you could share that breeze. Tents, if your kids are going camping, whether they're in a tent or a cabin, you can give this to them. Now also, you're going to get LED light out of that. And maybe this is a good time to turn down the light so we can see that. LED lighting is wonderful on this. It works separate from the fan. So even when you're not using the fan, you can use the LED lighting. So there is a, you can see some of the, so there's purple, and there's red, and there's blue, there's also a white, there's a green, there's 5 different color choices. And you can pick the color choice that you want. It doesn't rotate through them. You pick the color you want, the one that's speaking to you that day, and that's how you get this extra color. Now it could be a nightlight, it could be dinner light, it could be romantic light. A lot of great stuff here, right?
Well, I love the red light. That's the one that's supposed to help induce REM sleep. Kyle, are you listening? My producer and I both, we're like, I don't think our body goes into REM. Red light, I mean, they have studies on this that if there's red light in the room, people tend to sleep better. So I love having the fan also be that light and that sleep helper that you may want. And I'm gonna just come and show you right here. I am not someone who is as technically savvy as Vonabelle, so when I looked at this, I said, okay, here is perfect. Here is the power. That one's easy enough for me to understand. Here are your different speeds, LMH, okay, low, medium, high, turbo. I don't have to push something in. I can see the light when it's on that one. Now it's on turbo. This is the timer if you know you're gonna go to bed or you're only gonna be there for a little bit and you don't wanna forget to turn it off. Rotate, that's super easy. Now it's gonna rotate or not. And the last one is the light that Vonabelle, as she mentioned, is going to cycle through the different colors you love. This is goof-proof. This is, you don't have to try to learn it or you know, try to understand what that symbol may mean or that one. It's the most user-friendly, totally intuitive interface. And if you do want to do all that from across the room, the remote is just as easy to use with the same symbols, the light, the fan, the timer, the rotation. I just think it's so easy, which is why I loved it, but I also love it as someone who spent way too much money on those big D-cell batteries for so long because I would go camping with my dad, or I knew that I had, you know, a little road trip. I'd go to the beach, something, and it's like the last thing you wanted to do was to be left with the fan when the batteries went dead. And usually it would happen anywhere from 3 to 6 hours. It was time to change out for another $10 worth of batteries. But girl, it was worth it because you needed that fan when you didn't have electricity. This is going to go for 4 times that, and you'll never spend a penny on a battery.
I really like that. Now, as you're looking at this, you will see this is bladeless technology. It means there are no exposed blades, which means if you have, oh, I love this demo, the balloons. Yeah, let's do that. So there's where you're going to charge it, and it only takes 2 hours to go from 0 to full. So this demo is really important. Why? The balloons are going through and they're not popping because it's bladeless technology. And also you get to see the circulation, like it's forcing that air out, but then taking the air in the back, sending it back. So you're getting a great circulation. So what does a fan do? A fan sends the breeze to meet your skin that's sweaty, and it cools you down. That's its job. So it has to have power. So we give you low, medium, high, and turbo. Now, other fans don't give you turbo. We give you turbo, gives you that extra breeze, which is great. Say, after the 12th bag of groceries you brought in and you want to stand in front of the fan, you can do that. Now, also, down here is where the action is on this fan, because this is where the blades are. It kind of mushrooms and it's forced out the hoop. Now you may have seen other hoop fans years ago that were like $400 and $500.
I saw them up to $600 today.
One of the things, they still do that? I haven't
yes.
paid attention because now that you can have LivePure and have that same bladeless technology, I'm paying attention to that. Because it comes out the hoop, so you get that beautiful technology, modern and clean. And then bladeless means if the cat comes by, if the dog comes by, if the kids are going to run to it, usually you'd have to say, oh, no, be careful. No, you don't have to, because out here is coming that cool breeze, and down here is the blades doing all the work. And then below that is your lithium-ion battery, which makes this rechargeable. Now, thinking of rechargeable, I want you to think for a second. Do you have a rechargeable fan so that you have it for brownouts, blackouts, hurricanes, tornadoes? This is such a great option because you get the rechargeable fan, but you're also getting a light source. So you get this, and it can be part of your emergency package, but also it is great technology. It's from LivePure, and they give you USA-based customer service, which means if you have a problem or a question, we're going to take that phone call right here in America, answered by an American, and people really appreciate that. So it's a great product because it has 2 things, but also because it's rechargeable. This fan is the one that can go with you when you're heading out on the day, if you are going to go to the beach, if you are going to go to that baseball game and you're going to sit on those bleachers, you can share the breeze by using the rotate as well. So it's a great fan, and today it's a great price, and I just noticed the free shipping. I didn't know that.
Yes.
I just was like looking down and went, oh.
And we have just a few minutes left on this, so it may be your portable fan that you're using is just enough for you, or maybe it's just not enough anymore and you want something that's a little bit more substantial for that airflow, this is going to be your solution, especially if it's for more than one person or if you're someone that just wants that full body cool off experience. They're usually $140. We've taken $40 off the price point. It is free shipping and everybody gets 3 flex. So we will ship it to you for that first payment of $33 and change. It's not layaway. You can put that on any major credit card, pay $33.33, and boom, we have shipped you your new portable little AC cooling system. It's not AC, but it is for me. When I get a fan, it's just as good, right? If you do want to save $40 on this and you don't have your HSN credit card yet, if you apply today by calling that number right there on your screen, you will not have to wait for us to mail you that new credit card. We can give you the number over the phone. And then if you applied that $40, you've taken this down to a $59.99. And I think that's going to be about a 19 and change flex pay. So we love that as a chance to really take advantage of the savings today. But the coral is going to sell out first. We are in the 100s left. If you want that really fun, beautiful color, especially if you're going to be using it outdoors, taking it to the beach, I love that idea. This is the difference between getting your husband to say yes to going to the beach or the lake or wherever it is.
Yeah.
My husband, I said to him, I was like, honey, are we going to stay in Florida? And he was like, do you want to? I said, I want to if we can go to the beach every weekend. And he goes, okay, find me the fan. We'll go to the beach. As long as I have my fan, we're going to do it. The fan is the difference between saying yes. The fan is the difference between enjoying the time with your grandchildren on that back patio. The fan is the difference between leaving before the game ends or not. The fan is the difference between him agreeing to go to that beach with you. And this fan is home for $33 and change. You're going to find the reviews are great. It's so easy to operate. And the fact that it's just about 6 pounds, and it kind of only feels more like 2 the way the weight's distributed, but it's very easy to carry with you. And that's what makes it the real portable, but also wide range, oscillating, tall, like that industrial fan strength with the portable fan convenience.
Yeah. Which fan would you rather have? One of these that get dusty and dirty that have no design whatsoever? I call this the tippy dinosaur because in a second that can just go over. The kids can hit it. As you said, it got bumped at your house, but it didn't fall over. These fans are not attractive. And listen, after you buy these, your second thought is, I'm only going to use these 3 months, and they're ugly, so I need to store them somewhere. You have to have attic space, you have to have a basement, you have to have a closet. When you have a LivePure product, you don't have to hide this. Even when you're not using the fan portion, you will be using the LED light for accent light, dinner light, the kids' night light. So you never have to hide it, because if it's sitting out, somebody will come in and go, oh, that's so cool, is that a speaker? So with LivePure, you don't have to hide our products. And as you look at the colors, maybe you have another LivePure product that's in one of these colors already, and you want to go for that color story. We have a lot of people who have been following the LivePure line, which has been here since 2017, and they love the beauty. So you have power and you have pretty. Low, medium, high, and turbo for that extra boost of air when you're super hot. But here's the difference. This one comes with you. I'm walking around because this has no cord. Okay, you recharge it in just 2 short hours, and then you take it up to 19 hours. So imagine if a storm hits and you lose your power, this can be your companion, deliver that breeze, because maybe you have an infant, a toddler, a senior that needs that breeze. This is great for that as well, but you're also getting pretty that travels with you. Whatever your day brings, you bring the breeze with you. And it could be a party in the backyard. It could be going to those games all the time, but you do get to share the breeze because you can put this on rotate and share it with all the other parents as well. And you also have a timer. So say you really need a cool breeze when you're going to sleep, but then you don't need it after you get to sleep, you could set the timer. And then you choose your LED lights. As our last hurrah, maybe we could turn down the lights one more time, because I want you to see these LED lights, because it is a great feature on these fans that you do not see on other fans. And there are 5 colors to choose from. You have blue and purple and white and green and red. So this is a total win today, especially with free shipping, right, Natasha?
Oh, it's the way to do it. And you'll maybe just keep it plugged in next to your bed for the rest of the summer. But anytime it's time to go outside in the front and the back on that little day trip, or someone comes to stay with you, maybe they're on the couch, you're not going to be looking for the outlet. You're not going to be looking for the convenient place to put it. You'll just unplug it from your room. It's already charged, and now you're going to have that convenience anywhere else you'd like. Thank you so much, Vonabelle, for being here.
Oh, my pleasure.
It's lovely seeing you.
You too.
We're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to share with